Hello everyone, I hope all is well. If you are new here, welcome. I am Leopocrypha and it's a pleasure to meet you. I hope you'll consider joining this little soul family that we have going on here. If you are returning, welcome back soul family. It's always amazing to have you here. I'm always so grateful. As always, disclaimers, information, and decks are in the description box down below. If you are new, please have a look at the disclaimers if you've never watched a tarot reading so you can have an idea of how this works. So thank you all so very much for being here. I really, truly, deeply appreciate each and every single one of you. Always, always, always. And I always wish the best for you guys. So today, let's see what message comes through. Six of Cups in reverse, Nine of Cups in reverse, underneath the Three of Wands. Oh, quite a bit of cards. The World card. And I'll go through them and talk about them more and show you better. This is the Sun, the Six of Wands, and Strength. Okay? So let's see here. The first card is the Six of Cups in reverse. So this entity's name, forgive me if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, is Fornius. The goetic entity's number is 30. And this says, teaches rhetoric and languages, gives one a good reputation, makes one beloved by friends and foes. So this symbol here is a very phallic kind of looking symbol. Wouldn't you agree? It's interesting because the Six of Cups is about reunion, it's about the past, it's about memories, it's about childhood experiences or childhood friendships, or it has many meanings, the Six of Cups. But in this spread here, it is in reverse. So I'm feeling like you have been going through some very frustrating times in multiple different ways. I feel like there are things that have been going on in your life, perhaps in regards to friends and foes. Perhaps you feel like getting to know people around you has been a little difficult to keep in contact, or to feel really connected with someone. I feel like there has been this difficulty in that. And I also feel like there has been some amount of perhaps sexual frustration perhaps as well. So right next to we have the Nine of Cups in reverse. I just noticed something. So I just mentioned about the sexual frustration, and I realized we had the number 69 here. Haha, hilarious, right? Anyways, we have the Nine of Cups for us, number 31, and interestingly enough as well, this is the number 3, and this one, 3 and 1, equate to 4. So we have a little bit of a progression here. This one says, teaches logic, ethics, and the value of herbs and stones, can make one invisible, helps one to be intelligent and long-lived, can recover lost items and find treasures. In this kind of energy, I feel like whatever has been going on in your life has really made you feel unstable emotionally, and perhaps you have been feeling like weaker, or perhaps you've been feeling really drained and exhausted. That's what I've been getting with this card. Feelings of lacking independence, wanting to move forward and make changes in your life, but perhaps struggling to make it come true by putting your thoughts into practice, is kind of what I'm getting here. But the World card is saying there are many opportunities and blessings ready for you. The World card is saying kind of like the world is your oyster, and it's possible for you to do anything. You just have to put your mind, your energy, and everything into it. Vapula, number 6. 6 is a number of reciprocity, of love. It is also a very balanced number. Makes one skilled in labor and crafts. Increases knowledge of philosophy and science. So what this card, the World card, is telling me is for you to know and not lose sight of all of the beautiful things that are around you, because I feel like your energy has been in a lower kind of vibration. And again, I mentioned like fatigue, like feeling sleepy or being tired all the time, feeling weak, fatigue. But the World card is saying, like, for you to know that beautiful things are opening up to you, and for you to follow your heart, because here you even have a heart here on this entity's sigil, is a heart. And I mentioned earlier how 6 is the number of love. So perhaps this could be something in love. It could be of self-love. It could be externally. It could be internally. It could be both. Or it could be in some other kind of manner. But I feel like this is also saying for you to continue to find balance within yourself, between this, what can I say? Find balance between work and play. Find balance between what it is you want to create and taking time to unwind and relax and make sure that you are being well rested or well, fed, or whatever the case is. Find a good balance where you feel like your energy has been able to feel greater, where your energy feels greater, where you feel more creative, you feel happier. You're looking at life more with the lens of, this is beautiful and I can create whatever it is that I want to create, but I have to put myself out there and work on that with everything that I've got. With the High Priestess here, Dandelion, number 71. 7 and 1 equal 8. 8 reminds me of cycles. This is the High Priestess, so it's saying you're very intuitive. We have the sun and the moon, so this is again reiterating balance, and we have a male and a female. So more mention of balance. Teaches art and science, knows the secret thoughts of all and can change them, causes love, shows vision of the world. I did mention about love in this card. Knows the secret thoughts of all and can change them. What this is kind of giving me the feeling is how you are in control of your thoughts. And what I mean by that is, of course, when thoughts come to our mind, I don't know if you've heard the quote, you most likely have, that we are not our thoughts. We are the spectator of our thoughts, and we choose our thoughts. We don't necessarily always get to choose the kind of thoughts that come to our head, and that's okay, and that's normal. That's natural. That happens to every single person, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. But the thing here is that it is up to you. What is something within your power, or something that is, within you to figure out, is which thoughts are you going to choose to act upon? Which ones are you going to choose to focus on? Because it says again, knows the secret thoughts of all and can change them. What this is telling me is like, it's time for you to what can I say? Work on your mind. And or I feel like you have. And so this is saying like, keep working on your mind, keep finding balance within yourself between light and dark, feminine and masculine, which we all have, whether we're male or female. Each and every single person has feminine and masculine energy within them. That is light and that is dark. That is yin and yang. That is balance. We have the sun in reverse here. This is the entity Boon, number 26. Makes one rich, smart, and well-spoken. Gathers spirits at tombs and changes the places of the dead. So this, the number 2 and 6 make 8. So we have another 8 here. Number 88 can be a significant number to you. You can look up the meaning of this number if you feel called to. But the Sun card in reverse has been telling me you really have been struggling to not let these thoughts overrun you. I feel like you, of course, with the High Priestess here, you are well aware. You know that you need to focus your thoughts more calmly, more patient, more loving, more caring, more nurturing. I feel like you understand that it is on you to choose your thoughts and take responsibility for the actions that you choose to make. But with the Sun in reverse is telling me that you are still struggling here with this energy. This entity here has 3 heads. One looks like a monkey, one looks like a bird, and one could possibly be a snake. Could be a turtle. Who knows what it is? But this is making me think of the number 3. And even though the Magician card in tarot is number 1, number 3 is a number that makes me think of the Magician card. It makes me think of that mind, body, and spirit kind of thought. So it does make me think of finding balance within yourself and striving towards reaching your goals and your dreams and pursuing what it is that really does make you happy and what lights you up. You know what direction you want to take, and I think sometimes you deny it, but just know that your intuition is right. I feel like you already know this and that you have been working on this, and even though you're still struggling, again, Spirit wants to let you know. I feel that it's important for you to pursue your happiness and to be happy, not to focus on the things that hold you back or the things that frustrate you, the things that make you feel weak or that make you feel unbalanced. You know, we all go through these things, these times, these experiences, but it's important for us to move out of that and to pursue what is in our heart so that we can reach our happiness, which is the sun. The Six of Wands is a card of victory, and this card is in reverse. So this is the entity Murmur, number 54. So a 9, we have 8, 8, and 9. Teaches philosophy, excuse me, teaches philosophy perfectly, brings souls back from the dead to answer questions. I feel like, again, this has been really difficult for you, to where you feel like you have not been able to have your victory. I feel like you are really at your wit's end and you're really struggling to find that light and that balance of light and dark within you again. And I feel like this is something that is very close to you right now in your energy, something that you have been in a lot of times lately. So this energy does feel pretty strong. But the next card that we have is Strength, the entity Vine, number 45, which again is 9. 8, 8, 9, 9. 6, 8. Oh, I'm sorry. 3, 4, 6, 8, 8, 9, 9. Those numbers may be significant to you. Perhaps some birthday, perhaps a significant date, significant time, a significant number to you that whenever you see it, you know that you are safe or that you are loved, or you just feel like there's a message for you. Look into those numbers if you feel called to. I would highly recommend. Builds towers or destroys stone walls, causes rough waters, finds witches. If you have noticed, these two cards, and even though these cards are heavier, and both the Sun and the Six of Wands, so the Sun being the happiest card, about happiness, true happiness, the Six of Wands being about victory, success, acknowledgement, reputation. Both of these are in reverse, but if you notice, the Strength card following them is upright, and it is saying that you are strong. So this energy is saying to move away from this energy and focus on this energy, which is the world, the high priestess, who you are, whether you're male or female, and the strength card, which is saying that you are strong enough to move forward. You see, this entity is on a horse. He's moving forward. This card underneath the deck is, oh, I picked 2. Okay. So I'll get to this card any moment. This card, the moon in reverse, Beelzebub, makes manifest the apparitions of demons, sets demons upon men to destroy them with vices. The moon card, I'm sorry, I'm like this. The moon card was in reverse. So it's saying if you have been feeling stuck within vices, stuck within the past, stuck within your shadows in a negative way, and not able to progress, not able to move past vices, things that no longer resonate with you, or things that take a lot of time or commitment, or whatever the case is. It's saying here with the moon in reverse, it's time to let certain things go and to move forward from those inner voices, that inner critic that always gets at us. It's time to tell it to stop. And I just barely looked up, and I haven't been looking up the majority of this reading. And I saw 22, 12, 2. 2 might be significant, and talking again about balance here. This is about facing yourself, facing your inner shadow, facing your inner demons, so to speak, and embracing them to some degree. You have to love yourself. You have to embrace yourself, even the shadow aspects. And that is the hardest part, and that is where a lot of us struggle the most. And I know this from experience as well, because this is something that I am still currently working on within my shadow work. It may be a difficult journey, and it may take a lot of time, but Spirit is telling you that the world is your oyster, and you are the high priestess. You are strong, but you cannot let things get you stuck. Get stuck in your mind like the 8 of Swords. Vocalor, number 4 and 1, which equate to 5, which is the number of change. So again, this is saying to work on changing that, to work on you, to work on your inner self, your outer self, balance, nutrition, health, happiness, abundance. You need to stay out of your head in negative ways like this, and you need to stay in this energy. It says, kills by drowning and can sink ships, controls the seas and the winds, will spare any life by request. What this is telling me is your emotions are really blocking you, because this may mean that you have been feeling very caught up in your head and struggling mentally when it comes to focusing on what it is that you do want. and not on what you don't. With the Emperor in reverse, perhaps, and the Four of Wands in reverse. The Fool, perhaps this may be in regards to someone. Knight of Wands, King of Wands, Queen of Cups in reverse, Four of Cups. Okay? Let's focus on these. The Emperor, the Four of Wands, and the Fool. With these cards here, is making me feel like if it was in regards to some stability with someone, an emperor, a masculine within your life, perhaps you may be disappointed over something with this person, or a certain career path, or whatever it is, a project that you're working on. But it's important to take a leap of faith towards yourself. It's important to move forward for yourself. Now, I would like to, let's see, let's get you a dragon. Wisdom. Underneath is revelation. So I feel like there are certain things you have been coming to know. And with the wisdom card that came out, that is definitely in alignment to this message. Revelation, you're coming to know, you're coming to understand this, that you are the high priestess and that the world is your oyster. And that you're strong enough to move past what does not work for you. That is the wisdom that you have been gaining. So, this is a new deck. For this one, I will read the book. I don't always read the books, but for this one, I feel like it's telling me to read it, that there's a message in here. If I can find it. Excuse me. Let's see, here's the Revelation card. Let's talk about the Revelation card. There was once a time when the veils were thin, and the wise men and women among our ancestors could pass through them. These people were able to visit the elf folk, to fetch holy swords, or to ask the elf priest for advice. The elves have the gift of second sight. They can see the future. Drawing this card is a great honor. Our present time is in flux. The veils are becoming more translucent again. Go on a journey to the elves. Make the journey just once, and consider what you can do in return to thank the elves. Know this, any good deed you do in this world is seen in the elf world and is greatly respected. You might give money to someone in need or donate something to a good cause. The elf Landa that you see on this card is a dragon rider. Among the elf people and a close friend of the Dragon Queen Alba. In addition, he supports us, humans, on our way to a new free world, as many elves do from their dimension. And now prepare yourself well for your journey. Consider what you might want to go, when you might want to go, and what you will wear. Perform a ritual washing in the shower. Let your thoughts and cares Flow away with the water. Now light candles and play soft music. Draw a Star of David on a large sheet of paper or arrange crystals in its shape in your room. Sit down within or on the star. Take this card, a small bowl of spring water, and a small handful of fresh or dried feverfew. When you with you into the star. Spring water is available at most grocery stores, etc. Breathe in and out calmly as you look at the card. Say the word Namaste, sacred space, 3 times to bless the place where you are sitting and lend its special power. Now, hold your hand over the small bowl of water. Let light from your hand flow into the water. As you say, the energy of the Dragon Queen Alba is in this water. Scatter the feverfew on the water. Lay one hand on your heart and stir the water with the other. And keep your eyes fixed on the card. Now call for Linda the elf. Tell the elf you are ready for a revelation. Keep one hand on your heart and the other in the water. Search the feelings deep in your heart where you will hear the answer. You may simply know it. Repeat at intervals using your inner voice. I am who I am and who I always was. Feel the presence of the elves. Follow Landa to the elf world and hear the elves' words. Spend time in the peaceful energy of the elves until the music comes to an end, and then return with this peace in your heart. It is a good idea to write down such experiences so that you can read them over the next few days to ensure that the revelation is taken deep into your heart. So that was a lot. But of course you don't have to do this, but it is a recommendation. Perhaps you don't have to reflect upon these specific entities or people. You can reflect upon a certain entity that you want to ask for to join you in your sacred space, and to ask for them to help you to bring peace and balance into your life. For help to delve deeper within you. So with that card, that is something that you can do in order for you to find balance. Perhaps is ask your entities, your guides, your god, your goddess, whoever it is that you work with, and ask them for guidance and to help you come into this wisdom and know within yourself that this knowledge that you gain while you're in this space communicating with them, that is the truth. Wisdom. Sorry about that. That was long. I hope that it helped. Wisdom. The silver moon dragon brings you the energy of the moon. The moon has always cast its power over humans with its mystery and beauty. At night, the soft light of the moon caresses our skin, imparting an irresistible sheen. Most of the great goddesses are directly linked with the energy of the moon, and many represent wisdom. The moon dragon represents the feminine aspect, biding its time and trusting in divine guidance. I did mention feminine and masculine aspects, and here we have the feminine. So perhaps this means that you are a more in alignment, or you feel more closely guided when you are feeling more of that feminine energy within you, perhaps, or perhaps the opposite, however it resonates for you. This beautiful dragon would like to teach you that wisdom and trust go hand in hand. In particular, the silver moon dragon will teach you respect for all existence. It will also remind you that nothing exists without the right to do so. Understanding this means converting knowledge into wisdom. Each day, some of our actions are based on particular knowledge. We buy food, for example, because we know that we will be hungry at some point. We pay our bills because we know that there will be unpleasant consequences if we do not. However, sometimes we also act in wisdom without knowing what we have to do. Doing so because we trust implicitly that it is the right thing. The time has come for you to open up to your wisdom. Trust me when I say that all wisdom lies within you. You think you know who you are, but you can discover the truth only when you open yourself to divine wisdom. There is a meditation that it recommends that you can practice, and I will read this part. Meditation. Actually, I will let you read it if you would like to. It begins over here. Know that when you connect through your heart and you ask for wisdom and for guidance, know that it will come from you because it is within you, all of that knowledge. So this is saying, again, a long story short, that wisdom is within you. And again, with the high priestess here, it is saying you are wise. You need to follow your intuition, where you need to communicate how you feel and understand and trust that you are communicating with spirit directly. No middleman. There's a lot of blues here, so it does make me think of the throat chakra, so communication may be very important at this time. Let's see what other cards come out for you. Oh, they're so difficult to shuffle. Oh my goodness, these big cards. I feel like I need a better way to shuffle them right now. Reconciliation. Interesting, because we did have the Six of, what was it? The Six of Cups reverse. And I did mention earlier that the Six of Cups, a part of its meaning is of reconciliation. And with that, I'm seeing you are becoming again one with yourself. Because of this High Priestess, you are reconciling with yourself. The twin of your soul, that is you. You are whole, is what this is saying. So make sure that you remember that, and that you always do your best to remember that. Commitment. Be committed to yourself and your growth and finding balance between light and dark. There may be knots along the way, but that's okay. That's a part of the process. Let's see what other card or cards out. So I will pick these two. Let's see what's under both of these actually. Talent and career. I know it's a messy spread right now. Freedom. This freedom card is making me think, of course, quite literally about freedom. It's making me feel like the more that you follow your intuition and the more that you trust in yourself and trust that you know what is best for you. And if you feel like you don't, you have to go within, because it is within you. The best for you, only you know. I looked up, I saw 40, and 4 is a number of stability. The only way to find real stability is to find stability within you, within yourself. And that will lead you to freedom. Now it's important for you to follow your inspiration and what you feel courageous about. What is it that fuels your passion? It's saying to follow that. Perhaps this is a talent that you can turn into a career. You may be needing to forgive yourself for past mistakes. Always love yourself. Always love yourself. And know that the seeds that you are planting will lead to prosperity. The seeds of fertility that you are planting will lead to prosperity, but you need to lighten up your load as well. You need to follow your talent, which will lead you to a possible career path, which is beautiful. I think I'll get one more card. Let's see from this deck here. If you watched my readings, then you perhaps knew that I was going to pick out this deck next. Never let anyone take your spark from you. As long as you're not hurting anyone, you deserve to pursue your dreams. Communication is key. I did mention that earlier with all this blue, which again was making me think of the throat chakra. A new romantic cycle begins. You must find balance though first within yourself, and love within yourself to find that balance. So this could be romantic, it could be a career, something that you really love or are deeply fond of. You're very close to achieving your goal. You just have to keep at it and make sure that you meditate and contemplate what it is to find balance within yourself. When you question what is it that you need to do next, go within and take time to breathe when things get difficult. So I hope that, or also take time to breathe when you also need help focusing. So I hope that these messages resonated. Thank you so very much for being here. I really, truly, deeply appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope that these messages have helped in some form of way. I hope it brought clarity, hope, to your situation. I would love to know. Please feel free to let me know or to comment. And I would love for you to consider joining the soul family that we have going on here by subscribing if you feel called to. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. Bye. Take care.